Hello, 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 friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you are. Come on in the room. Let me know who you are, where you're coming in from, so we can get this a fabulous show on the road. I didn't put anything on my lips this morning. Kind of dry happening here. Hey, Jessica, come on in, everybody. Let me know who you are. I cannot have our fabulous guest come live without having anybody in the room. So come on in the room. Come on in the room, folks. Let me know who you are and where you are coming in from. It is Thursday, September 7th. Like, what? Hey, Ola Joe. Thanks so much for joining. And Maggie and Hot Crochet. Jessica, I said hey to you already, but hey again. Heidi, come on in, everybody. Let me know who you are, where you're coming in from, so I can give you some Mrs. Deveter love. Hey, Julie, welcome to the party. So good to see you guys. Lincoln, Nebraska, we have in the room. We have New Orleans in the room. We have Orlando in the room. We have PA in the room. Hello, Michelle. We have Spin Me a Sail Cloth. Ha! That's cute. I like it. Hello, hello, hello to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, share. Let people know that we are live and we're going to talk about some good stuff today. We have Seattle in the house. Who else is here? Oh, it's Mr. Sailor's birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Sailor. My husband is not a sailor. He's Mr. Drummer. Mr. Crochet, whatever. My husband is also a Virgo. His birthday is next week. So yay, yay for us and our Virgo men. Hello, hello, and happy birthday to him. Hello, Joanne, not the N from Kings Mountain, North Carolina. I have never heard of Kings Mountain, North Carolina, but I love it. Thanks so much for joining. Let's see. I think we have enough people in the room. So today I am super duper excited. I'm not going to be talking about a cow from the Crochet Foundry magazine. I'm not going to be talking about anything about the Crochet Foundry magazine. I am going to be talking about mosaic crochet with the amazing Erin from Juniper and Oats. She is absolutely amazing. And when you guys see this cow that she's doing, you are going to want in immediately. So welcome, 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 Erin, to the stage. Hello, Miss Erin.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for your warm welcomes. This is awesome.
You are so welcome. I'm so glad that you were able to come and join us today and talk a little bit about your cow. It is that beautiful thing that is sitting behind you. I used the picture showcasing this cow for this live. Amazing. Tell us
Thank you so much.
all about it while I go and get the link and put it in the comments for everyone to view. Tell us all about it.
Yes, so this is the Nordic Star blanket. You'll see me promoting it as a Nordic Star cow. I'm launching this pattern as a crochet-along, and it is using overlay mosaic crochet. I don't know if you guys know anything about overlay mosaic crochet, but you
I
can
don't.
get these you can get these
Tell me what it is, honey.
designs. And this is the front, and I'm just going to show you the back before I talk about it a little bit. This is the back side. So it looks way different than the front. And the back helps me explain it a little bit better. So overlay mosaic crochet is a technique where you use one color at a time, one color per row, but you can make these intricate color work designs. So I have a little swatch to show you what we do here. So like I said, each row is worked in a different color, and you can, you start at one end and crochet across and then fasten off at the other end and then start again at the beginning. So like if you're right-handed, you start from right to left, snip, right to left, snip. You only need to know 2 different crochet stitches. People are always flabbergasted when I say that because it's really a simple technique. You need to know how to single crochet and how to double crochet. US terms here. You do all of your single crochet stitches in the back loop of the stitch, the one that's furthest away from you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the colorwork design by working your double crochets in the front loop 2 rows below. So like all these double crochet stitches are just hiding the red behind it by crocheting down into the white below. And it's super simple.
OMG. So, okay. So you start off, you do your row, and then you snip your yarn, and then you start your next row in the same direction in whatever the color is that's called for, and you're snipping at the end. How do you make sure that you're fastening off? I guess it's counting. So how do you make sure that you're not adding change, you're not taking chains away, and getting something that's not the right shape?
So all of the stitches have like a designated place to go. And I all of my mosaic patterns, they also come with a chart, and so that you can see like this stitch is going to go to that stitch down below, and you can easily mark where it goes. And so when you get to the end, your last stitch, you just know that's where it is, because like if you're working a geometric pattern like this, everything just has a place, and it's very nice and neat and tidy. I do all of my ending stitches with this ending border stitch, and then it always makes these V's. It's just a single crochet, but worked in the middle of the stitch. And then that's how you know when to fasten off and start again.
Now, I watched your video and I was like, this woman is amazing. How is she doing this? You said something about an envelope edging something. I don't know. What is that? Please do tell. What is the envelope edging?
Yep. So we call it an envelope border, sometimes called a double border. And so that's where, you get all these ends at the end, and you're like, okay, I can make it into fringe, but I really don't want to spend days and weeks weaving in all those ends that you get from snipping off at the end. So what you do is you create 2 different borders. You do a border on the back side, a border on the front side, and then you seam them together and you hide all of those ends in together. So here I have, for the gray, I made the back border, and the teal is the front border, and you just encase those in and seam it together. So on here, it looks like the striped edging. And it goes around the whole thing, and it just adds a crisp, clean, beautiful thing. So you don't need to weave in your ends or have any like weird, like when you cut your ends, they all jagged. No, clean, beautiful.
Oh my goodness. This blanket is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
How did you come up with this design? Like, how did you work this up in your head?
Good question. Well, this baby was inspired by last year. I ran a very similar crochet-along on my website, but it was designed in collaboration with other people. This is the mosaic Nordic cow, and each section was designed by somebody else.
I do remember this
on my blog.
I remember this.
So so it started with this, and then this year I wanted to see if I could design the whole thing all by myself. So it has a lot of similar elements from last year, like this cross pattern is the same. I used that, was my design last year as well as this Nordic star. While I was designing for last year, I had a million ideas pop in my head, like creating the bigger Nordic star here. I do what I do is I design everything using charts first. I use Stitch Fiddle.
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay, I need to design something specific. So I start doing that, but then I derail myself. I'm like, okay, what about this other idea and this other idea? So if you look at my Stitch Fiddle, it's like all these unpublished designs on there just because I go a little crazy. So those ideas were just living in my head and on Stitch Fiddle for about a year. And then this summer I sat down and I was like, all right, we're going to make this into a blanket. And it just kind of came together. It was really like one afternoon I was at the library and I just kept on sending my husband different like mock-ups of like rearranging everything and adding and subtracting. And then here it is.
Oh my
in all its glory.
It's
So yeah, it lived.
absolutely beautiful. Wait, so does any of the middle things repeat? I mean, I see the little boxes that repeat, but like the Nordic star, and then you have the cross, and you have a little Nordic star, and you have some waves happening there.
Yep. So it's a mirror image of itself.
Mm,
So like fold the blanket in half,
mhm.
and that half is the same as that half.
I've got it.
There's a couple elements that like repeat itself within, like, I have these little tiny boxes that you'll find throughout, kind of to tie the piece together.
Okay.
And then I think this little doodad's in there a few times. But yeah, for the most part, it's just all original stuff.
All right. So we got questions in the comments. Uh-oh. Sorry, not that one. We crocheting all the things, girl. Where did it go? Okay, here it is. All right. How long would this cowl go on for, and how many rows per section? So can you explain how this cowl is broken down?
Sure. So right now I just kind of launched it, released this thing out to the world on Monday, a few days ago. And right now everyone's collecting their yarn, getting everything ready, getting excited. The first section is going to be released on September 18th. So about a week and a half from now. And then from there, each week, I'm releasing a different section. And there'll be 13 sections total. Each section has roughly 20-ish rows, sometimes a little bit more than that, just to make it plausible to do within a week. Because I'm one, indecisive, and a people pleaser, if I know people want to get the pattern like right away also. So if you purchased your ticket for the cowl, there's also a section in there where you can get the free, or not the free, you can get the PDF download as well, just today, if you want to do that and get started right away.
Okay.
And then there's also on there information on how to add it to your Ravelry cart, out your Ravelry library once you access the cowl. So I get that question all the time, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna.
Might as well just do it. Just give it to them. I find that people, when they say they're going to sign up for cows, they want to do it on their own time. So it's just even easier. Okay, buy it and you can get the whole thing, because you're going to get the whole thing anyway. And it's less stress for you getting that question over and over. Can I have the whole thing? Like, I said no, but here, take it. It's like a kid. Just take it and go.
Yeah, there we go. And then also, so the cowl is run like on my membership website, so it'll look a lot like an e-course if you've ever taken an e-course, where each section is like a different lesson. And then once everything's released, it's just on there and you can just go through all the lessons. So if you miss a week, don't worry, it's going to stay there. And if you're watching this in like January and the Crochet-along's over, like everything is still there and you can still do it.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about the yarn that you use for this particular one.
So I used Wander acrylic yarn from Furls. You guys are so gracious to give me yarn support for this. And I don't know, I really liked how it turned out. Last year I did like a more Christmassy theme with the red and cream. And all year long when I was thinking about this, I'm like, it's got to be blue. It's got to be blue and white. So I used Laguna and Snow.
And I know that thing is so soft.
It's soft. It's worsted weight yarn. So I mean, this thing, it's heavy.
It's heavy.
It's like a weighted blanket.
Yeah.
Because essentially you're working, when you're working over itself, those double crochets, you're kind of making it double thick as well. So it's heavy, but it will definitely keep you warm this winter. Everyone always asks, do I have to use Furls Wander yarn? No, you don't have to, but I like using it. And then I know if you're familiar with mosaic as well, I know a lot of people like to use DK because of the double thickness. So you can use DK too.
Okay.
I'm not a stickler for what you use. Just do it, and here's the pattern, and what you come up with is
on you.
Unique and individual. Exactly.
Yeah. So, boy, I had a question and it just left my. How big is the blanket? What's the size if you use Wander?
Yep. So using Wander and a G plus hook, like a 4.5 millimeter hook,
Mhm,
I got about 50 inches by 60 inches ish.
mhm,
So it's sizable.
mhm,
And when I hold it up myself, I'm like, it touches the ground.
mm.
I also crochet tight, so
Okay,
yours might come out a little bit bigger than mine because ours is always nice and neat and tight.
right.
Again, use whatever size hook that you're more comfortable with
Mm.
with the yarn that you're using, and it'll be good.
Nice, nice, nice. I love it. I think it's so beautiful and so intricate. And I love, again, if you guys go, when you guys go, the link is there. I'm sharing it it's in the comment section, but it's also on screen. So if you want to jot it down, you can. When you go on, she has this really great video, a promo video on there talking about the cowl, talking about the blanket, and talking about it being an heirloom blanket. And I think that that is so important because the time that it takes to work on something like this, this is not a blanket that you, like you said in your video, want to see at the Goodwill, like tossed in a bin for $2. Because how much
Mm-hmm.
yarn did you have to use for this? Like, how many skeins of Wander did you use?
Yeah, so I didn't quite use 40 skeins of yarn, but like 35-ish,
Mhm, mhm,
something like that.
mhm.
I recommend getting 20 of each, just
Okay.
depending on what your gauge and your tension is.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's a yarn eater for
Yeah.
sure. So
Mhm.
yeah, you don't want, yeah, it's designed to be brought out at at Christmas time or winter time or just set on grandma's couch for everyone to like admire and love and like just get passed down through generations or to gift. And the blanket last year, those are the comments that I got a lot. It's like, wow, like everyone is like, make me one. And it's yeah, I don't know, I crochet gifts for everybody, and
Mhm.
sometimes it's like, oh, thank you, like, oh, what's Erin going to give again this year? But this is like a
Yeah.
milestone, a capstone project that
Yeah.
everyone's going
That's
to want.
what I'm gonna say. This is like I won't be as dramatic to say it's a once in a lifetime kind of blanket, but I can't see you making this every single winter. You know what I'm saying? Like this is something that you make and you like give it or you keep it and you keep it as a family heirloom, something that gets passed down generation to generation. And I love that concept because I don't think we do that as much now because we're all everybody is doing fast fashion and everything is super quick, buy it from Amazon, keep it moving kind of thing. But when you sit down to
Mm-hmm.
make something as intricate as this blanket, whoever you're making it for needs to understand the value of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful, Erin. How did you get into mosaic crochet?
So I had somebody, she might have been a pattern tester of mine. She's Lorraine, she's part of the Crochet-along group on Facebook. She
Mhm.
was like, "Oh, hey, like, could you design a mosaic crochet pattern for like a cow that we're running next year?" This was in 2019, I think, 2020.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Okay, sure." Because I was like in yes mode where I'm like, "I'll do that." Uh, and then I did it and I sat down and I was like, okay, what is mosaic crochet? Because I had never
Mm,
even heard of it, never crocheted anything up.
mhm,
But I just like a challenge. That's one thing I love, is to learn new stitches and then to tell people about them
mhm,
and post crochet-alongs about it.
mhm.
So that's what I did. I'll show you my first pattern I did with it. It's called Peaks and Pillars.
Oh, wow.
So I ended up turning that first pattern into a pillow. And then it's just gone on from there. Because I also have like a sampler blanket of a bunch of different charts that I made
Oh,
for,
wow.
it's called the monthly mosaic blanket, where each month I came out with a new
Oh, that's so
chart and a
cool.
new, like, so each one kind of has a different theme, like Mayflowers, and there's
Yeah.
one for summertime. There's like a pumpkin one on there. So I just
Where can
and
people find that one? That's so cool.
yep, so this is on my website.
Okay.
It is junipernoaks.com. and it's the monthly Mosaic Mystery Cal. It's not a mystery anymore because the whole thing is here. But when I was designing it, it was like every February I just came out with a new design, and so I just didn't know what it was going to look like in the end because it wasn't designed yet.
That's cool. Wow.
Yeah, it's upside down. There's the pumpkin.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Thank you.
So
yeah.
So someone asked you, you said, okay, you started to do your research. Like, what was the first thing that you picked up that was like, okay, this is going to teach me how to mosaic crochet?
So on YouTube, there's a lady named Tina, and she's got patterns on Ravelry as well. And some of her popular ones are like the Queen Cow or the Havana Cow, and she just has these beautiful mosaic blankets. They're just gorgeous and huge, and she's got a big YouTube following. And on there, she I don't think she has any free patterns, but she does like the tutorial video. I should walk through it, and so just watching those over and over again, I was like, okay, I can do this. Then I created my chart in Stitch Fiddle and realized that like what I think will compute on this screen doesn't actually compute with yarn. So then there was just a lot of trial and error, and then just people in the crochet community, like whenever I asked them questions, they're able to answer it. So that was really, really cool and nice. Through all that process, I'm like going down so many rabbit holes, but
You're fine.
I ended up creating a course on how to design mosaic crochet charts so that I wasn't able to find a resource like that when I was first learning how to do it. So I created a course for that so people can learn how to do that as well. So trial and error, crocheting, making the chart, crocheting. I was able to officially come out with the peaks and pillars design from that pillow, wherever I put it. And then I just haven't stopped creating charts.
Haven't stopped.
Pillars.
So cool. Like you found a thing and you just kept going with it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
Everybody, you guys need to sign up for this Cal. It is amazing. You're learning something new. You're trying something new if you've never done mosaic crochet before. It's just an experience, and Erin is going to be with you along the way. It's 13 weeks. All the information is available on her website, and I highly encourage everyone to sign up. It's only $10.99 US. Come on. Yeah. Like you get this super cool pattern, and the thing that you just showed that the one with the different one, the words are escaping me. That one,
yeah.
You get the chart that she's providing for you, and if at one point you decide, hey, I just want to make a blanket with just this, you can do that because now you have the technique in order to do it. I always say, when you buy a pattern, don't just think about only using it the way it was written. Take some of the elements that are in that pattern and make your own thing. Like I think we have the ability in crochet to do that, right? You have the ability to say, oh, this is a great idea from Erin. All right, I'm going to make it into a sweater. I'm going to make it into a hat. I'm going to, and that's what crocheters do. That's what we do, right? That's what fiber artists do. We take somebody like, I don't know how many squares I've seen that I'm like, oh my God, that's an awesome blanket. I'm going to make it into earrings, like that's what I do all the time. And I think that once you have the technique down, you've purchased this pattern, you see her tutorials, anything that she is providing through this Cal, it will give you the opportunity to take it even further and make sure that you share and let her know, from the inspiration from Juniper and Oats, I created mittens. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up, but join the Cal, everybody. Join the Cal. We definitely want to support our own. Look at that. I mean,
yes,
that's beautiful.
It's been my baby this summer.
How long did it take you to make it?
It took me like 1 month to make it, but I mean, that's what I was doing for a month. I was making this blanket. Like you would see me, there's a concert series at our park, you know, every week I'm sitting there at the concert series in the dead heat of, you know, Tennessee humidity, and I'm like crocheting a big heavy blanket, and everyone's like, "What you doing?" Just staying warm in the summertime.
Staying warm in the heat.
Yeah. Yeah, I was at my kids' gymnastics crocheting this blanket. Just that's what I did. So really comical. I'm sure my kids are excited that I'm done with it because now I could actually like get up and play with them. But
Aw.
yay!
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. I encourage everyone, like I said, to please go and get this cowl. It is available on Juniper and Oats website right now. But I asked Erin if she would be willing to give one ticket away, and she said yes. So we're going to have one very, very lucky person win this beautiful cowl. So you can go and win access to this cowl. All I want you all, well, what do I want them to do? Do I want them to do anything, or do I just want the folks who have been commenting? So I'm just going to go with the comments that are in the comment section. So if you have been commenting, you have been an active participant in this live, you have the chance of winning this cow. So I am going to scroll, and you are going to tell me when to stop. I'm scrolling.
And stop.
All right. Karen, that's awesome. Hello, Karen. You are
Yay.
winner of this amazing cow. Thanks so much for hopping on and joining us. Of course, when she got on, she was saying hello to everybody. So what should Karen do in order to get her copy, to get access to her ticket?
Sure. I'll just say like email me, Erin at juniperandoaks.com. I will do this and just tell me, yeah, that you won, and I will give you the information for that. Whether or not you've already purchased it or, you know, this is a brand new ticket, I will figure out what to do from there.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you, Karen. It pays to join Mrs. Deveter Live. You never know what you're going to get.
Yay, Karen.
Ms. Karen, thanks again for hanging out with us. Oh my gosh. So show it again.
I'm going to show it again. Here it is. I'm going to show the back side again because I know people have asked. Let me see the back side.
Yes.
So it's just back stripes, but you can see like the inverse of it. It's pretty fun. But here we go. Join the cow. Join now because the price is going to increase in 2 weeks.
All
so
right.
Make sure you get it now. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun.
Awesome. Get the cow, everybody. I think, like I said, $10.99 US. You're going to need lots of yarn, so prepare yourself. Look, I know y'all got stashes out there. So if you have yarn stashes and you have 20 skeins of yarn somewhere, you know, use that. Yeah. You're going to need a G+ hook, right? Anything else
G+
share?
I posted yesterday on my Facebook and Instagram some of my testers pictures, and there's one, a lot of people use scrap yarn, and there's one that it's like a very scrappy project where you can tell all the colors are different. So that's just kind of a fun way you can see, like, get different color inspirations for this project. Also, concerning the yarn, once you purchase, you'll get in there, and there's a special coupon code that Furls has given me for 15% off of your yarn and hook. So make sure you use that because I think that's a great deal.
Yeah, 15% off is kind of nice. So definitely go in there, go sign up for the cow, click around, see all the other things that Erin has on her website. Be inspired and do something different. That's what I say. Do something different. And I think that this is definitely something different. Challenge yourself with this beautiful Nordic star cow.
Yay! Yeah. And again, you can challenge yourself, get over that hump of the fear, but then realize that once you start, like, this is super simple. You need a single crochet and double crochet, one color at a time. You got this.
All right. All right. Thank you, Erin, for hanging out with me today. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out and for going and checking out this beautiful cow. Congratulations again, Karen. Make sure that you email Erin and say the email address again, Erin, so that she gets it.
Yep. It's Erin at juniperandoaks.com.
Okay. And I will see you all next time. I don't know when next time is, but I'll see you all next time. Have a fabulous remainder of your day and a great upcoming weekend. Do all the things. Our season is approaching, y'all. It's still summertime though, because it's hot here in New York. It's hot. It's hot, but it's coming. It's quickly coming. So prepare yourself. Make sure you have all the yarn and hooks and all the goods that you need. Go check out furlscrochet.com. See what's there. You never know. Might be some surprises on the site. So go check it out. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining, Erin.